Channel 6 News. I'm Jeannie Lurchin, along with Paul Henneke, with a look at what's happening in and around the Tri-Community area this week. The Tea Party movement is gaining momentum in our area. They were originally scheduled to have their meeting at the Community Center in Romeo, but due to so many people registering to attend, the location was moved to the Capitol Banquet Center in Washington Township. The Bruce Romeo Fire Department just received a grant for $75,924 from the Assistance to Firefighters Grant Program. This program supports fire responder training and equipment, and the money will go towards purchasing new equipment for firefighters. A special meeting was held last week by the Bruce Township Board of Trustees. The meeting was called to review their 2010-2011 budget, as well as to discuss the possibility of slashing $21,077 from WBRW's budget. This figure amounts to about 1/3 of the franchise fees we get from Bruce Township. For those of you that might not know, that is how WBRW is funded. The money to run the station comes from the franchise fees Bruce, Romeo, and Washington collect from Comcast cable subscribers. No money allocated to Channel 6 is taxpayer dollars. Following the Bruce Township meeting, the Tri-Community Cable Commission met to discuss what services and programming might have to be cut at WBRW if our budget is cut.
Who are we gonna cut? I mean, I know right now it's not in the staffing issue, but all the rest of this budget supports the staffing that goes and shoots basketball games, Christmas concerts, meetings. There's all these things that there's going to be a ripple effect with these cuts, and we have to understand what they are. If they want us to amend our budget and cut it, I think we should be prepared to say what goes away. What do we have to give up as far as services we're offering today for the less money they want to give us? Because right what we went through last year was do more with the same amount of money, and we're going to keep a little bit. But it's an unfunded mandate to do more work. And here we're saying, okay, we're going to give up $21,000, but we're not saying what we're giving up yet. And we have to get an idea of what we're going to give up.
You know, what would they like us to stop working on so that we can absorb that $21,000?
And then I think the residents should really have input on it. Are we going to stop recording activities at the elementary schools? Are we going to stop recording JV sports? We have to figure out what that is, because $21,000 is a substantial figure.
The next Bruce Township meeting is scheduled for March 17th, 7:30 p.m. at the Township Hall. If you support community television and would like an explanation as to why WBRW's budget might be cut, come to the meeting and express your views. With your help, maybe we can change their minds. WBRW was also on the agenda at last week's Washington Township Board meeting. Supervisor Dan O'Leary stated that the village, Bruce, and Washington have been trying to finalize a tri-community agreement that would govern the station, and said that this process has been too slow. He further stated that he believes the bottleneck to this problem lies with the village, and instructed his board to pass a motion authorizing the township attorney to draft an agreement stating that if the board did not see a significant movement forward by Romeo, they would seek a Bruce and Washington agreement and leave the village out. Also during that meeting, township resident Melvin Kautz was honored.
And so we have this Good Samaritan Award plaque. This award is presented honoring Melvin Kautz, a longtime Washington Township resident who during these hard economic times has helped a family in need by allowing them to live in a house he owns rent-free. The family contacted the township, let us know about it, but more importantly, the family let the governor know about it, and Governor Jennifer Granholm has issued this certificate of tribute to Mr. Melvin Kautz, and I'll read you the byline here. This certificate of tribute is given to those who show exceptional compassion to improve the lives of others. Individuals who have gone above and beyond what is expected to contribute to the lives of others through their exemplary service to the community at large are truly deserving of special recognition by all the citizens of Michigan. Rarely does one demonstrate in such a definitive manner the honor, dedication, leadership, and integrity required to take on such an initiative. And for doing so, we commend you. Jennifer Granholm and Lieutenant Governor John Cherry. Melvin, I want to say thank you.
I really appreciate it. I just started my 42nd year here in Washington Township. I live on Kittle Road, just down the street here. When I first moved, there was 2 houses on one side of the street, 6 on the other. Now there's 27 on one and 23 on the other. But I can't imagine a better place in the world to ever be in.
Mark March 21st on your calendar. That's when Greystone Golf and Banquet Center will host the 2nd annual Chili Cook-Off to benefit Relay for Life. There will be music, fun for the kids, and of course, chili. The time is noon to 5 p.m. Come on out, sample some great chili, and support a great cause. The Four County Foundation recently announced that Barb Quain has taken the reins as their new chairperson. Other newcomers joining Barb as the 2010 officers are Alver Lind, Gary Richards, and Jennifer Parker Moore. Four County has also awarded this year's grants, and you can find out who the recipients are by going to their website at www.4ccf.org. Mary Elizabeth Harper, director of the Romeo District Library, also has information on upcoming book clubs and other library services.
Thanks, Jeannie. We had our second Action for Earth program a couple of weeks ago when staff from the Hands-On Museum in Ann Arbor demonstrated ways of identifying plants. This was to help prepare for the April 25th day of pulling weeds and planting seeds. If you're interested in participating in that project, call Donna Picklow at the Grobner Library to sign up. The third and final library-based program will take place on March 21st when the team from Project SNAP will be at the Grobner Library from 1 to 3 to collect drawings that will be used in the Romeo Area mural. I just learned that Park and Read, the free program that allows library card holders the opportunity to check out a one-day pass to any state park, has been renewed for 2010. The program runs from Memorial Day to the end of September this year. Both the Grobner and the Kezar libraries will have information and passes available for checkout. We're in the third year of the Museum Adventure Pass program. New adventures await you at a variety of Detroit area cultural institutions just by using your library card. Check out a Museum Adventure Pass at either the Grobner or the Kezar Library. Get free admission for 2 or 4 people, depending on the museum. The library hosts a number of book groups. Mystery Matters will be reading and discussing Goodnight, Mr. Holmes by Carol Nelson Douglas on Thursday, March 11th at 1:30 p.m. at the Grobner Library. Magical History Tour will be reading and discussing The Judgment of Caesar by Stephen Saylor on Monday, March 29th at 7 p.m. Great Books will meet at Kezar on April 1st at 4:45 to discuss The Pearl by John Steinbeck. The Tuesday Book Group will meet at the Grobner Library on April 6th at 1:30 and will be discussing Garden Spells by Sarah Addison Allen.
Hevel Elementary made history come alive last week at their annual Wax Museum. Students had to research famous people in history and reenact the person they chose to represent. Sports and historical figures were depicted. It was a great way to learn about history, and everyone had a lot of fun. Ray Township and Dignity Memorial hosted a workshop last Saturday to teach children about stranger danger. Retired police officer Richard Stockton showed the kids a video on how to be aware of people you don't know and demonstrated techniques to escape a dangerous situation if they find themselves in one. To learn more about how to keep your kids safe, check out their website at www.escapeschool.com. Area seniors also learned about safety last week. Officer Joseph Dusevic from the Romeo Police Department held